are now watching The Dialogue. Thank you for joining, guys. You are here with Dream Halo Foundation. We are here with all of our beautiful friends and family. You have joined us for our third video of The Dialogue, Dating with Purpose. And I am not alone. I have Eric, I have Chick, I have Amaris, Devonte, Sherita, AC, Katrice, and Tiffany. And we are here to talk about dating with purpose. As you know, we are a faith-based foundation, and we are here to just go through those dating issues that are in this world going on right now. Why is it so hard? Why are we not going to marriage? Why are we stopping in that talking phase? Why are we having so many challenges? So we are here to talk about dating with purpose, and thank you for joining us. So I have a college friend that we had sex in our past, but we still have a friendship. We still talk. We're very cool. But if I start to date somebody, he has to go, and he knows that. So, and that's just what it is. So, do y'all agree with that? Do y'all understand?
If you have sex with a person, yes, I do agree that that needs to be dated once you get into a relationship. But in my situation, I was in a relationship and had a coworker who became a friend of mine and still is a friend of mine. But the person I was in a relationship with at the time did not like that. This guy is not ugly. He's my coworker's attractive. But I wasn't feeling those vibes with him. And I just feel as though when you're in a relationship, I just feel like trust is the thing that needs to be established. Do you trust me?
Yeah.
I don't want that dude. That dude don't want me. He has a girl. I have a dude. And then everybody over here talking about be friends with them. Okay. So I told my dude, come kick it with us. I'm not kicking it with you and him. All right, well, what you want me to do then? I'm not about to stop being friends with him just because you're uncomfortable. Why does my life got to be etched out of your comfortabilities, of your insecurities?
Is it insecurity? Is it insecure? I don't
It
know what
is. It is, though.
Because it goes back to what Eric was saying about like somebody being able to fulfill a need that might not be there. So I feel like that is just a boundary that you must set, though. I think talk about it with your, as you guys are growing in your relationship, talk about it. How do you feel about new friends at work? Personally, there is no work wives. There's no work girlfriends. No new friends whatsoever. I think because it's a boundary that could be crossed, and you never know, like, what they're talking about. She's pouring her heart out. That's not her place to do that. You need to stay in your lane, and that's very hard for women to do, especially if they're single. We all have been there. We can be very vulnerable, and you can cross that line. I know I've done it sometimes unintentionally.
I think what Tiff said is really important with pouring your heart out, because a lot of times it's easier to talk to a friend than it is your mate.
Yeah.
So with that friend, what are you really talking about? Like, because a lot of times I'm telling you something that I really should be telling them.
Exactly.
Right? So now our relationship is growing to this because you're fulfilling a need that my mate should be fulfilling. So now I don't need them for that.
Exactly.
And subconsciously, you
And
build that
grows.
relationship up a little bit higher than the actual functioning relationship that you're in. So like you were saying earlier, communication and consistency. The consistent way that you can be open and communicate, like, hey, I have this friend at work who's being there for a way that I need you to be there.
Okay.
So just be open and real with that person. Like, yo, I need you to step up to the plate a little bit more. Not that you're not doing a good job, but because I'm feeling a little insufficient, I don't want to go outside of my relationship when everything I need can be fulfilled here.
But I think you should be careful with that, because you're then putting your girl in a position to be like, what you talking about? Like, we have cracks. Like, somebody could come into this, by telling her, like, okay, you need to check on this. No. Like, before you even, I think your relationship just needs to be secure and tight. And like you said, Sherita, it doesn't be a level of trust, and that you know that he's not going to want a woman. Like, I have plenty of guy friends, like Eric made this point earlier, that would not let me even talk to them in a certain way. Like, I can't talk to you past 9 o'clock no more.
Yeah.
I got a girl. Respect your relationship, and then we'll start respecting it as well. Set a boundary with people, set intentions, and it will go up here from there.
Agreed.
But I would never put a girl or a man in a position like that. Well, somebody's coming into this, you know what I'm saying? Or please, like, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm misunderstanding you. I just would never challenge somebody in that way to make them feel like something could happen.
So I don't want it to have like a negative connotation on it.
Okay.
It's just like, if the thought comes to your mind, let me know about it. You know,
Got it.
and I think it goes both ways. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to like making new friends, like
Right.
don't allow, like I said, it was something that happened subconsciously.
Mhm.
So if you catch it in your subconscious, you have to now tell me about it so that I can be aware. And so that we can both work on this thing together, because all these problems are going to arise, and
Right.
whether you want them to or not.
Right.
You just have to learn how to work on the same team against it, instead of just being like, the problem's here, you're over there, I'm over here, how are we going to meet in the middle?
Man,
No, it should be
work
us
on the
working
same
as a
team.
team
That is true.
Yes.
against this issue.
Man.
Exactly. I'm with that.
Good. That's good, guys. I think overall we've been doing really good. We've been talking about attraction. We've been talking about different male point of views and women point of view. We've been talking about all these deep core things, and now I kind of want to transition into what does talking mean. So we approach the person, we identify every area of how the man and women should be, and all these little things in between. But now, what's the next step? Because I feel like sometimes we all like in that we have been in that space. We're like, okay, so now what are we? Like, what are we doing? We've been talking, we've been texting, we've been dating. Like, or it might see how I'm saying dating. Like, that's how I look at it. But the man could just be like, oh, we just talking. But what does talking mean? What does talking mean? And is that on the journey for dating with purpose?
I personally don't like talking. You
What
know
is
what you want? You
talking?
got my number. You ask those 51 questions. We know we like each other. We going together. You my boyfriend.
Stick your claim. Stick your claim.
I don't like talking.
So wait, is talking dating?
No. Talking is like when, that means I can talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
If I'm dating intentionally, then you know what you want. After those phone conversations, after our date, we go
So
on a date.
dating means we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
So no, okay, so like when we're
See,
dating,
that's what I'm trying to
I don't consider that talking. I consider that like I'm
A next level.
like yeah, like we're like
So it's talking, then it's dating.
like we're still in that engagement period. So I guess you could say that's talking, but that's short. I think it needs to be very short. So the talking period needs to be short. Like after that one date, we going together.
wow.
I'm on the fence.
This like your husband now, honey. I'm not saying this for husband.
I understand.
We're dating.
I
We're
under-
dating
I
now.
understand, but I
If
view
we
it
go past
differently.
that first date, we're dating.
Okay, I get. Okay, wait. Talking though. What does talking
That's
mean?
what I mean. We're skipping that.
That's that data collection period of
So you
like,
saying
you
it's
got
talking.
I'm
past
saying, yeah.
the initial, hey, how are you? You got past the surface level conversations that you have, and we're getting into a period where it's like, I need to get to know and collect the data on, is this the kind of person like I want to give my energy to before I can permit myself and even go into the place where I want to allow my mind to be like, I want to talk, I want to date this person now. You know, I think that's the data
So
collection. Like,
when you're talking, are you dating?
no.
No. So okay, so this.
No. I mean, like, are you like going out to eat? Are you?
yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
To me, it's the same
Right.
thing. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Thank you.
Because
See,
to me, like
Yeah,
you're
it's
getting to
confusing.
know somebody. Like there's no talk.
dating.
Like if we're talking, we're dating. So it's
So
the same
it's
thing to me.
exclusive though.
Right.
No.
Because when people say talking, they can have multiple talking to people.
But that's just setting your intentions. What are your intentions? And that's dating and that's talking. What are your intentions? Let me know, and I'll let you know, and we could be on the same page, or we can't, and we won't be dating or talking.
I think the word talking came up because people were dating a lot, and it didn't sound right to say I'm dating 5 people. So instead they say I'm talking. But honestly, it's the same. Honestly, it's the same thing.
Right, that's right.
But personally, I do think you could date or talk multiple people.
Okay, yeah.
Until you are and notice I said date or talk, not hook up. Now do whatever. This is me. For me, I would date and talk to multiple people. Until we are like decide to be in a monogamous relationship, I would date and talk to multiple people. I don't think that's a problem. But yeah, dating and talking to me is the same thing.
If you put it that way, it's definitely the same.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of if you're going out and you say that you can date many people, I think when people say they're talking, yeah, their intentions is to try to find that right person, but at the same time, you could have been talking to a lot of people.
Right.
You know, so I could definitely see it being synonymous to just actually dating, you know, for sure.
Now, do you guys think? Sorry.
No, go
Do
ahead.
you guys think that it is necessary to know who the other person is talking or dating to? Like, is that because it's been a question. I feel like I have friends that have been asked that. Like,
Like,
y'all
who else are you
so,
dating?
So
Or who else are you talking to?
Is that an appropriate question? I don't
If you're
think
dating
so.
intentionally,
If you're
if
dating
you're dating
intentionally,
intentionally, I need
Right.
to know the most
Are
about
we
you.
on the same
That
page?
includes who else.
That's
are
an
you giving
honest and
attention
firm
to.
question to be
Okay,
asking.
so once you get the answer that I'm dating, talking to other people, is that
You
is
can
that
make
it?
it. You can make an adult
It's up to you.
decision.
It's your
That's
choice.
up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are our intentions when we're talking? How long does this phase happen? So we're talking, we tell the person, okay, I'm talking to you, I'm talking right now. I'm talking to a lot of different girls, I'm talking to a lot of different men. Okay, so that person that's pursuing this person that's saying that, now what happens after that? Do you completely wipe them off because they say they have multiple people that they're talking to?
That might not work for you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just think at that point in time is clarification is needed. Okay, so I'm only talking to you though.
Right.
Okay.
From that, Sherita, though, I feel like we never actually speak about, like, hey, what's your intentions with me?
Yeah.
Like,
And that's necessary.
what are your, because if your intentions is to be talking for a while, you know, and to be having other, you know, people that you want to talk to, then maybe I don't want to be in this relationship.
Okay.
Then I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also
It's our time.
having that conversation of like, hey, so what are your intentions with me? Because time is of the essence. I know for females, they like, look, time is of the essence. I don't got all day. You know, I can't be having babies in 20 years. I want to have them within the next 10, 20, 15, whatever that may be. But just knowing what your partner is wanting to go through, or, you know, or the person that you're speaking to, what they want from this relationship.
So how long is the talking phase for us? Yeah.
Personally, it's more than just one date.
I agree, Tiffany.
I know that.
I don't
mean,
care whether you guys disagree or not.
Sure, sure.
But what I'm
Everyone's
saying,
different.
Sure.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm 33.
Sure.
No, very much so what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You get my number, that's already gonna be a challenge for me. Then we go on that first date, and I'm vibing with you. I'm like, let's go. And you should be the same way. Don't waste my time. And I'm probably not talking to more than one person. I'm not. 'Cause I'm
Is that
very
conversation?
selective.
Is that conversation being had to the to your partner?
Yes. The intentions are laid out right then and there.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not into you, I'm gonna not go on a second date with you, and we're not talking. I just don't waste nobody's time. But I think it's a phase. You know, I used to be that girl that talked to multiple people, and I was wasting their time and mine. I knew I wasn't interested. I was bored. Okay, bored and lonely. But I'm not like that no more.
I think that's the big thing, is like actually knowing what you want, though.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of guys out here, I know for a lifetime, you know, I just found out exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, I think it takes, for males at least,
Yeah.
Take time.
and there's so many females out there, you know, and then knowing exactly what you want, and then, you know, I guess I had a conversation about the difference of being selective and being, being selective and just being nitpicky.
Yeah.
And you being nitpicky, you know, basically you can run through so many females and find something that, you know, is wrong, and you just move on.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, so I mean, how do y'all even feel about that in terms of like being able to actually find one person and say, well, despite the iniquities that person may have, I can actually, you know, still vibe with this person.
Right.
Right, because we all have those certain things that probably get, you know, I think it is just that we have to figure out, you know, what the other person don't like and what you don't like and what she do like and what you do like, and come to an understanding, and, you know, and just roll from there. So I agree with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to match me. And then if we don't, if we're opposite, it has to propel me.
Yeah.
Bottom line. And that's just that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then that's how we can continue to grow. But I agree with you. I think there's some things you have to bend on.
Yeah.
But those bending things should not digress you into a pattern, a very damaging pattern. It should
Taking you
propel
back.
you into like life. Like, okay,
It still
you're
should feel
motivating me to do
evolving.
better.
Exactly.
Right.
It
Yeah.
still should feel like it's evolving, you know.
Exactly. Like, you're
But you
that
can grow
opposite
together
from
and help a person, you know, get
Exactly.
past that. Y'all can both help each other get past those. That's what it's supposed to be on. But if those, if that keep recycling in something, you know, that's a person that's, you know, that's damaging. That's a parasite,
Exactly.
and you got to move forward.
And to me, you should find
Yeah.
those questions should be asked date one.
Okay.
Yes.
Even if I'm a parasite, you
real
got to
date.
move forward. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Straight up, you got to give advice first.
Right.
That could be that.
Vice
Even in that
versa.
rejection, like that can be the growing moment that I might need to be self-aware.
Okay.
You know, so like
Yeah.
be
Be
just keep it
honest.
funky with
Yes.
me,
Be honest.
So what I'm hearing is that talking phase can be a very short period of time if we're just intentional in what we're seeking. So if we are dating somebody or it got to that point, we need to know, okay, what are your intentions with me? And who else are you talking to? What's going on, so we know what next steps to take? Is that collectively what we feel like the next step should be?
That's a firm question too, and I just want to highlight that
Yeah.
in terms of like, who else are you talking to?
Man, it's loaded.
Those questions don't be. To be honest, I don't know. Not
don't
one
think it
female
should
has
be
ever
asked.
asked me that.
I don't think it
I
should
don't
be
think
asked.
not one female has ever
I think
asked
it's
me.
inappropriate.
You think it's
I
inappropriate?
think it's inappropriate.
Why is it? If I'm spending the time, my time is precious.
Yeah.
So then, once you have the intentional question and that girl and you decide to be intentional,
Sure.
then she should immediately stop talking who she's talking to. You know, it shouldn't matter who she was talking to.
And if
it
she
shouldn't
were?
matter.
But not everyone thinks the same. Though.
Exactly.
So that's why I think the question fits.
Yeah.
It may be how you believe. Like I just know how I'm wired. I'm just not gonna do that.
Right.
But if it's not presented as something that should be asked, then they're like this video is to help people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I do need to throw that out there. So
Okay.
that way, I don't ever have to wonder.
Yeah.
So is it who or if? Who are you talking to, or are you talking to? Like, what question are you guys asking?
Why not
Does
both?
it matter?
That's honest.
I don't think that question is asking for direct names. Sheila, McKenna. No. It's just saying, are you talking to other
Right,
people?
exactly.
If the man answers yes, that's tough. So I'm gonna be like, dang, I'm not in here for competition. Like you sought me. So we need to just, okay, I get it. So you out here. That's
So
cool.
we all agree that that's a fair question to ask.
Yes, that is a fair question to ask. And then once you
Fellas,
get your
how y'all
answer,
feel about
then that's your choice.
Right.
Once you get that answer, then that's your choice, and you make your intentions known. Well, I don't want to date multiple people.
Right.
Right.
But don't you think that question's already answered when you ask, what are your intentions?
Yeah.
So if you're
Not necessarily. Not at all.
No, but listen, if you're asking, okay, so they say, I want to date you exclusively.
My intention is to learn more about you to find out whether this is something that we can move forward.
That's
But if that's my intentions is to learn more. I want to know more about you. I actually like you.
Right.
And I want to see whether this could move forward to actually being in a relationship. But that doesn't tell you that I'm talking to so and so
Then
over
you
here.
should ask me. Then when I'm asking, what I want next is you to ask me my intentions, and then I'm therefore going to say that our intentions not aligning. Because although I want to get to know you, I'm also looking for a very serious relationship.
Okay.
And you really didn't answer my question by saying like that your intentions are to get to know me better. Because obviously we're getting to know each other at this moment. You know what I mean? So yes, that's your intention. But I need to know like what is your intentions with me?
It always goes
Like,
back
what
to
do you
being
want?
direct
Yeah.
and
Direct.
intentional.
Yeah.
It always goes back to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But I've gotten that, Chris.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a response that is normal.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
very normal because you want to get to know me. Okay. But where are we going from there?
Yeah, sure. You want to get to know
Sure.
your grandma. You want to get to know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't answer.
Yeah.
That's how
Sure.
people connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to know each other.
So women, do we like to be chased?
Yes.
And is chased in the dating realm something that is fair for the man to do when we have gotten to that dating phase? Should he still be chasing us?
No, I think it's pursue. I want you to pursue me, which I don't know. I feel like there's a difference in chasing somebody and pursuing somebody. Because if you're chasing somebody, you're running after them, and they're running away. If you're pursuing me, then we should be pursuing each other.
That's well put.
That
That's
is
well
well
put.
put.
That's very well put.
That's
well
right on
put.
me.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's
Man.
that needs to be- that
So,
needs to be
so to
really-
answer the
that's
question,
Good
ladies,
one,
do you like men pursuing you?
Yeah.
Pursue, yes.
Always,
Chasing,
continually.
no.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
chase
to the
me.
dating phase. So now we done established intentions. We were direct. We did all that. Okay, so now we want the man to constantly pursue. But what do we do as women?
Let's pursue each other.
Yeah.
Pursue each other.
Like you said, curiosity should never drop.
It should never.
You should always be curious.
Yeah.
Actually, Pastor Michael Tile in his Relationship Goals series talked about how the pursuit should even be happening during marriage.
Yes.
You should always
All the
be
time.
Never stop
pursuing.
dating. Never
'Cause
stop dating in your
my
marriage.
mom and my dad been married for going 40 years next year, and they still to this day learn something new about each other. That you don't know people's lives, so like you should be always pursuing. You should always be curious. To me, that's the key. That's the foundation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? No girls? Okay. So I want to go to an article I read. I read an article that discussed this generation and how we are no longer pursuing, because now we're dating, we're talking, but we're no longer pursuing the next step because we have been so comfortable with just sex and chill. We done pursued the girl, we talked, now we dating, and we end up having sex. And now I'm comfortable. I mean, she giving me everything, or he's giving me everything. What do you guys feel about that when it comes to this new day and age that we have, how marriage has not been like the forefront of our goal? It's kind of been, to me, the back burner. When you ask a guy for intentions, I have not met a guy, well, I have, but very few that says marriage. I'm trying to get married. I see myself in a family. I see myself, whatever. It's been very far and in between. but he gonna quickly ask for a selfie or a quick send me a photo.
Okay.
That comes quick. You know, that's mandatory.
I ain't asked that in a
So,
while, though,
but
That's definitely a question I didn't ask.
you know what I'm saying? But I get quick. I mean, I want to show you how I feel about you through a kiss. No. So that's how you show me how you feel. Like, you know, it's been a lot of different, you know, ways that you show me what you want through that is just sex. But what happened to, okay, I thought we dated with purpose. Yeah. I thought you said your intentions was to be serious with me. How are we crossing those lines? How are we not getting to marriage?
Sex.
Yeah. That blurs it. And not understanding, like, even on both sides, like, people are very dynamic. And as much as life happens every day, a person can change from when y'all first started talking to when y'all in a dating relationship. Now you're 6 months down the line. That's not the same person that you first met. First of all, people fake the funk for at least the first 3 to 6 months, putting their Superman out there, this, that, and the third. So I need to know that even what does it look like when we conflict resolution? Do that. You know, I need to be able to pursue then. I need to be able to know you then.
Another thing, I think it's healthy for stuff not to be so perfect either, because how you gonna know is those if you want to be with somebody, you got to go through a tough situation.
Yeah.
If everything perfect and then you just like, you know, because you put this person on a pedestal, you think that this person is always one way, and we all have our days. So it's important for us to go through something first, in order to test our, you know, our faith as far as like in our relationship.
Especially when you lean on loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, loyalty is a very strong backbone for a relationship, and I need to know when we conflict, are you fight or flight?
Okay.
That's so true. I think that dating is not leading to marriage because it didn't start that way. I know to speak for myself, it depended on my destination. My destination was not marriage. I'm just being honest. My destination was dating. Right. You know, so once I had this guy that was my guy, that was my dude, then I met my point. I got the match. I think for so many guys, at least from what I know, I feel like once they got the number, once they got the girl, that was their destination. Like marriage seems so distant. I just think that people, it didn't start that way, so of course it's not going to be that way. I think what our generation needs to do is just be more mature about it. It's something that, not even just dating, but just in life in general, I feel like we look at things so YOLO. You know, we don't think about the future and what's going to eventually happen. It's an intention that a lot of people don't have. And eventually, I do think marriage is important.
I think being goal oriented in relationships is important as well too. Thinking 10 years ahead of what you want. You know, a prophecy over your life and everything. For us or whatever, you know, gotta have those, but you have to be present as well. I believe in not like talking too much of a certain. I'm like, just chill, you know, just sticking to the now right now. You're getting too far ahead. It's okay, you know. So I believe in that too.
I think that's good. I think that this generation right now, we are so quick. We want everything to be quick. We got Uber Eats now. 'Cause we want it to be, you know what I'm saying? We got everything is so quick. And so once we are not focused on, okay, wait, I don't want to just worry about I want to actually see far out. Like when I look at this person, I want to see her or him as a husband, as a wife, and not just quick. What can I get quick to fix me now? Because I got the date, I got the, we already doing all of that. So next quick thing is sex. That's easy, you know, but we don't think about, okay, no, I have a long-term goal that I want to achieve. Is it because of the stereotype of marriage? Is it because of all the bad stigmas that come with marriage? What is it? Is it because
what if they're born in a household that wasn't married?
We haven't seen that. Is it because of that? Is it because of our friends saying, "No, we ain't married. We single out here." We, you know, what is it? What is it that stopped us from going to that next level? Because it's very weird that we see marriages now. To be honest, we see people having kids before marriage. They living together for years. No marriage. You know, we see people shacking up without even having a kid. Like we see it all.
But Monica, that even goes you know, y'all 3 sisters, but y'all grew up in a household, y'all parents married for 40 years, so y'all standards is high. Because this is what y'all was brought. Your father and your mother, they showed y'all, they gave y'all that love. You got a lot of these kids growing up this day and age, they growing up in broken homes. They don't know how to love. They don't know. And me as a person, I was born in marriage, but my father, you know, my mother and them, they broke up because of domestic violence. Okay, but that's another thing. I had to teach myself how to be a man and how to control my emotions and have emotional stability because my father wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to go within. I'm just now learning that.
Right.
I'm just knowing how to just, maneuver in those situations. And people don't understand that. Because most of the people that you talk to, they can come from a broken home. They don't have
Okay,
that.
so I want to go back to what Chick was saying about being broken, and I believe that a lot of viewers are going to connect to that piece because we all are broken in many ways. We all are still dealing with some broken areas that we don't want to admit, but they're there. And a lot of times we bring that into our dating realm and expect for the person to heal us. But I think that the ultimate healer is number one, God, okay? But then number two is that we got to take a step back and heal ourselves before we even date somebody. So even before it gets to we made eye contact and we did all that, don't even pursue if you're not healed, in my opinion. Because is it fair to bring your brokenness into a person that is completely whole and healed?
No.
Because then now I have to be your saving grace, and so now that might alter me into where I was currently at. Because now I believe in soul ties, and soul ties are not just transferred through sex. It's transferred through the energy. So now you're depressed and you're angry and anxious or whatever you're going through in your past, and now I feel that. So is it really healthy for us to really begin a relationship in a broken space? Now I do agree with him. Everybody's not perfect. So we do still gonna have some broken ways, but those toxic broken ways, I don't think it's fair to bring into that relationship or into that dating phase or even to that talking phase, because now you're expecting a part of me that it's not unfair for me to give you when I'm whole.
Yeah, what I was saying is the man is, going through he's evolving and he wants to get better.
Exactly.
And if you can help him,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants
But
that
that's,
to get
but that's
better.
being aware.
Yeah.
If you are aware of your brokenness, that's different.
Yeah.
I feel like some people are not.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people are so, yeah. Some people,
Okay, go ahead.
Some people.
they unconsciously, it's so deeply rooted in their character, they don't even know.
Yeah.
And that comes with just meditating. You got to meditate.
Yes.
Meditation helped me out 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and I became more aware of my actions, and what doesn't align with my higher self, so.
Right. So we at the dating phase, right? How do we get to the relationship? And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I think we got some good meaty stuff going on. But how do we get to that relationship phase? Because that's relationship goals, hashtag, how do we get to that? How do we get to I'm exclusive with you, you my man, you bae 2018, I don't know, 2019, whatever.
Right.
How do we get there? Who can a girl ask the question? Hey, I want to be your girlfriend. I mean, I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. See?
That's a lot.
So what happens, y'all? And then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close it out. So how do we get to the exclusive phase? And in return, that should take us to marriage.
Right.
Because if we got that
That's the next
phase,
step.
Right.
time is ticking.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like it's important. Can you see yourself marrying that person? I can't see myself being with you for life. Well, I'm gonna waste my time.
So
being
you're
in a
saying in the
relationship with
dating phase, you're starting to see. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you want to get to, I believe when you want to get to that dating phase from everything that you learned about this person, it's basically like you putting your tunnel vision on now.
Yeah.
Because if you're dating with intention, your intention should have a goal in mind. Like you're not just when you're in a tunnel, there's only one way you can go.
Yeah.
Like there's the reason why you're in the mountain, because you're focused on whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That has to come with conversation, shall I say.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've seen based off who I know you to be and who you presented yourself to be, good, bad, whole, everything, that I want to exclusively take this and everything that I've learned, see what we do together, and aim it in that direction.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean that this is something that is going to be my end goal, but do know that from everything that I've learned from you, I've already been in my home, like, practicing scenarios like, how is this going to work based off who I think you to be. I've already been to a point where it's just like, all right, this is a good co-pilot, because you don't marry for love, you marry for how effective you two can be together.
Right. That's dope.
That's good.
I think that when you are no longer content with singleness,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who say yes to exclusivity. Is that right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, whatever. People that say yes to that but still crave singleness.
Yeah.
I think when you're no longer content with singleness is when you can welcome being monogamous in a relationship.
I think it ties back to our last topic about sex and like why things aren't working now, because we get into relationships with the goal isn't marriage, the goal is sex. So I didn't put a lot of things I wouldn't put up with in a marriage aside, because I can put up with it if I'm just having sex with you.
Man.
So now we just together based on sex. So,
That's dope.
but it's not the person I want to spend my life with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
good.
Anybody else on that topic? No?
Seems to get quiet when it get rough.
Bro, with the relationships.
When it got to that point, then chirps. Okay, well I just really want to just talk about that part, because at the end of the day, our goal is to, okay, I want to be exclusive with you, and now that it's just me and you, you know, I might have to start posting you on Instagram now because you exclusive.
That's when the anxiety kicks in.
Yeah, that's when it gets scary.
Right, that's anxiety.
That should be an expectation.
Yeah.
You know what comes with this kind
Yeah.
of mutual friends, like, with the likes, with the eyeball.
Right.
With the eyeball.
Right. But it's a scary moment, but will it really be scary if the whole time we were building that intention?
Right.
Not really.
Right.
Will it really be a nervous, situation that we were already, what did you say?
Exciting.
Yeah, it should be exciting. Like, oh, okay, we get in there. Because my main goal with this person was to do this in the first place, And so I really feel like the goal to dating with purpose is to truly have intentional dating and really just dating with a mindset of, I see you as wife, I see you as husband. And so nobody else but you. We already established those questions. We already established all those boundaries, everything that come with that. And are we on the same page? Are we gonna not have sex until marriage? Are we both in agreement with that? Are we evenly yoked, in the same areas, especially in your Christian, or not Christian, but in your faith belief? You know what I mean? Are we evenly yoked? Do we both seek God together? Are we both praying? Are we both worshiping? Like, who are we together? And can we really even get to that firm foundation without even being evenly yoked in the first place? Because you cute, you look good, but I have a goal in mind. And that's to be your wife or your husband. And we're not doing this for play. So I need to know who you are from the inside out and be evenly yoked. So I just want to thank y'all for having this conversation. We have to do a part 2 because I wasn't done. I cut off a lot of my questions because I don't want it to be too long where our viewers get disconnected, but I just really wanted to get that point across that intentional dating is so important. And if we don't do that, we are going to be in a pool of destruction because now we're going to put our feelings at stake, our emotion, our spirit at stake, and we're going to always feel like God is failing us in that department when really we're failing ourselves because we're not being intentional with our needs. And so I just really pray that this conversation not only helped our viewers, but helped us in our moments that we're in right now together, whether you're in a relationship or not, that it kind of opened and reawakened in like some parts of your spirit that you're like, wow, like that's some deep stuff. And that's what this is about. Thank y'all for joining the dialogue. This is about just coming together, talking. It will be a part 2 coming soon. And then for our viewers that jumped in on IG Live, we are going to answer those questions together tonight. I'm going to jump on live. We're going to answer some questions tonight. I know this is impromptu, but we ready. Our face be, we might as well just get it done. But thank y'all. Dating with Purpose, we are done. Thank you for joining the dialogue. Thank you for being part of Dream Halo Foundation. And thank you for following us and just joining us in our vision and our hope for where we want to go. So we had celibacy, we had fasting, we had dating. What's next? Okay. I don't know. You'll see. Thank you for joining. We love y'all.
Good.
Thank you.